The reality is, at times we do find ourselves having to negotiate or even lower our price. In that event, what should we consider?
So when you look at your pricing of your product, you need to understand what is your input cost into it in terms of your time, the manufacturing of the product, the marketing of the product. In insurance, we talk around a combined ratio, which includes your losses from claims perspective, your cost of acquisition, your cost to serve. And when you add all of that up, if your pricing is such that you're giving the product at a price that doesn't make sense, you will not make profit from it, and you will not be sustainable from that perspective. You need a profit margin in order for your business to thrive. So understanding where that price break is helps you to determine whether, if the sale is going to a point where your client just cannot afford it, rather just walk away, because by selling that product to the client means that you're going to be doing it at a loss. If you keep making all your sales at a loss, you're costing your company money.
You look at the value of that 100 Rand and say, if this person is going to come to me and they're going to offer me volume, right? In the volume, I'm going to be able to pay my overheads, I'm going to be able to pay for my domain, and it's going to allow me to scale up. I might not make what I would have made if I was selling to one customer, but now I'm getting value in terms of reaching 1,000 customers. Then you can be able to say, okay, cool, I'm going to sacrifice a percentage of what I would have made, because I'm now saving in terms of marketing. Now I'm getting access to a bigger market without having to market my product and reach these 1,000 people. Now they're coming as a bulk. So now you're going to evaluate, okay, in marketing I was going to spend X amount. So now I'm able to discount it to a point where it's appealing to whoever's going to be bringing these customers, and it's not detrimental to my business, in the sense that now I'm getting a bigger market share. So I'm not going to be spending so much on marketing. If my milestone was to get 1,000 customers within the first month, now I have the 1,000 customers within the first month. So now I've reached my target with this one individual. So you in essence saving certain costs, and you are dropping the price and making it more sensible for the next person to be able to buy into it, and you're not killing your business.
Every business wants to retain its customers for consistent cash flow and profitability. But sometimes clients buy from us just once and never return. How do we deal with this?
A lot of times salespeople will be in it for the single sale. So it's a hit and run sales strategy. So I've got 10 units that I need to sell. I quickly set up a store, I sell my 10 units and I disappear. You get home, you think that this product is going to perform the way I've told you, only to realize it doesn't. So you really get annoyed and upset. And the experience that you had with me is one of now distrust. You're not going to come back to me. But if I sit with you and I take you through the sales cycle in a very professional way, I explain how you use the product, I explain how it's going to benefit you. You purchase a product from a point that's affordable to you, the price isn't hurting you. You take it home, I phone you and I say, listen, it's William here. How's the product performing? Have you been able to install it? Have you been able to use it? Is there anything that you may not be happy about? You say, William, this is great. It's doing exactly what you said it would do. Thank you so much for calling me. I really appreciate it. And before I end the call, I say to you, but tell me, do you think any of your friends would benefit from this product? And you say, yes. I say, give me 3 names. So by being truthful during the sales process and acting with integrity and showing you the respect throughout the process by checking in even afterwards to see if what I had said to you, you're actually experiencing, you've been comfortable to give me 3 more additional sales opportunities. If you didn't, I could have won that first sale, but I've destroyed all the potential of future sales that I could have got if I'd just done the things correctly the first time.
In the event where the deal doesn't sit right, do you decline or do you find a way to make it work?
That's a very difficult question, because a lot of the time as an entrepreneur, you're thinking, with the stomach, So, sometimes saying no might not be your first reaction, right? In terms of, I'm gonna turn this deal away because it actually doesn't tie into my brand. It actually doesn't add value in terms of where I see this brand going. It might be beneficial in the short term, but the repercussions that are gonna come with this deal are actually more detrimental, and it's gonna cost me a lot more in the long run.
Most people, they'll do anything just to take the money. And it's a bad way to do business, if you ask me, really. Don't just go around taking everyone's money, even when you know you'll not actually be able to give them what they are looking for. Sometimes it's good for you to walk away, because as much as the money is here, as much as the need is here, I can't help you because of the following reasons. What you're looking for, it doesn't actually align to how we would like to deliver it. Don't get engaged, because one thing is going to happen. They'll go ahead with you, even after you've suggested the other things we should be following. They will make the payment. They will not see the results which they were expecting, and they will do this thing. They will say it was your fault. Most clients will say it was your fault. No, we've used those guys, we've worked with those guys. Those guys, they don't know what they're doing. Those guys, they didn't give us what we were looking for. But it's not that you didn't know, it's because you advised them, but they decided not to listen to that. So walking away from customers is not just from a point of they're not prepared to pay you what you want, but it's also a matter of they're not prepared to listen to the advice which you are giving them, to say, for us to achieve the best results, this is what we should be following, because I've got a reputation to protect. The next thing, people are going to come and ask you to say, do you know about this guy? You will say, yes, I know about them. They've worked with us, but they didn't give us the results. Why? Because you didn't listen to the advice that we gave you. So for that reason, we cannot work with you.
So, first of all, don't lose heart. Colonel Sanders from KFC had 1,000 no's before he got his first yes. So every rejection is one step closer to understanding and to uncovering what will take you to the first yes. I always say, if you're not being successful, ask somebody to possibly come and observe you during your sales interaction. Is it because you are not building rapport properly? Is it because you're not answering questions correctly, that you're not handling objections, that you don't know how to close, that you cannot identify buying signals? There's so many different elements that make up the sales cycle and your ability to sell.
It's a sign. It's a sign that you are doing something wrong. My motivation will not help you in any way. If you continue doing the wrong things, I can motivate you and you'll just continue doing the wrong things.
It could be priced incorrectly. You may be targeting the incorrect clients with your product. So there's a lot of factors that could be the reason for your low conversion ratio on sales. But if you really just get somebody to come in and sit with you and observe and give you honest feedback to say, you know what, William, you know what, when you speak to clients, you are very aggressive. And that aggression is really putting clients off. And before you even try and sell your product, they're pulling back and they're closing off. Let's work on your approach to customers. Let's soften that. Your greeting with the customer. Are you empathetic? Are you authentic? The way you question clients, are you interrogating the client or are you having a conversation with the client? Can you identify the needs? Can you confirm the needs? When you talk about the solutioning, are you talking to what the client has told you? During the call, have you actually gone back to the client and said, but this is what I understand. If this is what I understand, the solution that I'm proposing for you, are you comfortable with what I'm saying to you? Are you happy with the price that I'm talking to? Can you afford that price? Okay, so show the client the respect that they deserve, and I promise you, your clients will purchase from you.